هذا البرنامج مقدم لكم من طرف كوتي سبور. كوتي سبور منتوج المغربية للألعاب والرياضة. MDGS نربحوا الرياضة.
Hi coach, welcome to the pre-match press conference. We have the pleasure to have coach Rulani Bokwena and player المنوعات. مرحبا بك معنا. First question about your preparation to this match here that will be semi-final played against Wydad Casablanca in Casablanca.
Yeah, shukran. Yeah, greetings to members of the media. We are excited to be here. We are excited to have this opportunity to play in an important competition for our football club, and excited to be in the semi-final against a big team like Wydad, and at this stage of a big competition, and fully prepared and ready for the match.
عبد المنعم تحضيرات الفريق.
السلام عليكم جماعة مباركة. ففريق موميلوتي فهو مستعد من جميع النواحي. درسنا جميع الخطط اللي كيدافع بها الوداد، اللي كيهاجم بها الوداد. حتى بالنسبة لجمهور الوداد كيفاش كيقدم واحد لابريسيون على فريق الخصم. احنا مستعدين ان شاء الله نقدموا المستوى اللي يعطينا الكرة المغربية والجنوب افريقيا كامل.
شكرا. Thank you. I give the floor to my colleagues journalists to ask the questions. Just a quick reminder that you can ask your questions in French. I will be doing translation. Vous pouvez poser des questions en français ou en arabe. Je ferai la traduction. On commence par Madame.
السلام عليكم. حليمة داوي الفوسبور. سؤالي للعزيزين البطويت، مرحبا بك بلاد بلادك. السؤال هو كان من الممكن انك تكون اليوم حاضر قميص فريق الوداد الرياضي، لكن جاءت الاقدار انك تكون حاضر في دور الدمي فينال ديال الشامبيونز ليغ فريق داونز اللي تعتبر من بين الاقوى في افريقيا. كيفاش استعديتي انت مغالمه لهذه المقابله؟ سيرتو كتعرف جمهور الوداد، كتعرف الضغط اللي ممكن انه يشكلوا على الخصم.
قبل الجواب نترجم للمدرب باش and the question is for the player about like he could be here playing for Wydad like tomorrow. Wearing jersey of Wydad, but instead he's representing another team. How is feelings about this?
فهذا واحد الاحساس اللي زوين بزاف. جيت نافس واحد الفريق اللي كنت غادي تلعب معاه. فوالا كما كيقولوا ما كيتسد باب حتى كيتحلوا البيبان. فالحمد لله ربي ما خيبناش ومشينا الفرقه اللي كتلعب حتى هي على الشامبيونز ليغ وهي الاقوى في افريقيا هذا العام بالنسبه لي انايا. فان شاء الله غادي نقدم واحد المستوى كبير، وان شاء الله نديو انتصار من هنا من كازابلانكا امام هذا الجمهور اللي كبير بزاف واللي غادي يشكل لنا واحد العامل كبير زعما اللي نقدروا نخافوا منه هو لا بريسيون ديال الجمهور.
Yes, just to reassure you briefly, he's happy to play with us.
I'm very happy to hear that.
Next question, we go there. Sir, micro s'il vous plaît. ليش له والله يتخفى.
سؤالي للمدرب الأول.
السلام عليكم.
ملاحظ أن داونز دائما تلعب بشكل مفتوح خارج الملعب. هل سيتكرر هذا الأمر هذا في المباراة؟ وسؤالي للمنوعات. في الأول ما كنتش كتشارك في المباريات مع فرنسا. مؤخرا لاحظت أنه كنتي كتشارك بشكل رسمي.
سر النجاح.
So question for the coach about the fact that Sundowns, they noticed that you play very open even when you like playing away, like you striking, going for strike. Is this gonna be the case tomorrow?
Well, we'll have to wait and see. I think we've done a lot of good work on a very complicated opponent. You want to translate slowly or?
No, they understand English.
Oh, they understand. Okay, very good.
Everybody.
We've done a lot of very good work on a very complicated opponent. We understand where the strengths and the weaknesses of Wydad come from. It's complicated in the sense that only against Shabab, the coach had his first type of imprint on the team. Though the imprint looks a little bit consistent to his time at Simba, to his time in Saudi, to his time in Zambia, and even his time here in Morocco. A good team, defensively very, very strong, extremely experienced and quality players in every position. Of course, the injured goalkeeper is the Moroccan international, but okay, now you have El Moti, who's very good, can use both his left and his right foot, and very interesting build-up schemes. You have Etihad Allah, who's also a full Moroccan international and had a very, very good World Cup. He's extremely important for them to give them aggression on the left back position. They can play Zola there, who's got a very good left foot, who's got good physicality and a good profile. Abdel Fat can play centre back, and then Benayeda can also play with him. Then it's very interesting to see maybe if Benayeda plays centre half, who plays at right full back. Because El Amloud can play there and is very aggressive and goes into the final third with good crosses and maybe even makes very interesting movements to create a lot of chances. It's interesting to see that they have probably their best player back in Jabran, because Jabran makes the team to play, creates a lot of build-up schemes too. Daoudi in the midfield, aggressive, strong on the ball, and especially very important for them on delivery of set pieces, corner kicks, free kicks. El Hossouni, the number 10, plays behind Sambu, the striker, and he supports the play from that, and very aggressive, and a very important player. And then, of course, on the sides, they've got tricky wingers, fast. Unajen, fast, aggressive. Bora, fast, aggressive. So we know the team. We know what the team does. We've looked at what possibilities, maybe even from the perspective of the coach, where the 4-2-3-1 can change into a back three, like he did in his last match for Simba against Pyramids. He's done it a couple of times in Saudi Arabia where he's played with a back three, so we checked because if you have Benayeda, you have Zola, you have Abdul Fattah, and maybe you still have very good fullbacks, you play with a back three maybe and consolidate. So we have to pay attention to detail, we have to be well prepared, we have to work very, very hard and have a microscopic focus that allows us to help the players in putting a good performance at a very difficult stadium with a very difficult crowd and against a very, very good side. But I'm sure also they know that we are a very good side too. And I think it will be a very good match.
Well, that was a very microscopic, detailed presentation. And the question for the player was about the fact that he's not been often starting at the beginning, apart from the starting 11 at the beginning, but lately we've seen him starting with the team. So to what he owes this?
Oh.
كما كتعرفوا كانت عندي واحد مونك كومبيتيسيون في فريق الرجاء اللي كندوز مع 6 شهور ديال الاعاره. دونك مشيت ما كنتش مبريباري، كان خصني يلاه نوجد يلاه بزاف د الحوايج، يلاه نتونجاجا مع ليكيب، يلاه نولف الاجواء ديال جنوب افريقيا. كنت خديت واحد الاصابه اللي كنت كنقاومها باش نزيد نطلع من المستوى ديالي، فزاد عليا الحال وكنت درت اوبيراسيون في شهر واحد كنت درت اوبيراسيون. فالحمد لله رجعت مور لوبيراسيون بعد واحد العمل اللي كان كبير بزاف، لا مع الطاقم التقني لا مع الطاقم الطبي. فالحمد لله كانت موفري جميع الظروف باش نرجع للمستوى ديالي الحقيقي. فالحمد لله نهار رجعت المدرب عطاني الفرصه ديالي، لقاني في المستوى، والحمد لله الان رانا كنلعب الحمد لله.
الحمد لله.
شكرا. تفضلي الأخت.
Hello.
Well, you already responded to my question.
Mhm.
We see that you study every player of the team regularly. So you know the team, you know how it's like to play here in Casablanca. What will be the key of the match, and how about the atmosphere in the team?
Yeah. Of course, the atmosphere is going to be important. How we absorb, how we do that. But of course, we did already. This team has shown in Cairo that we can play in front of a hostile away crowd. We did that in Algeria too. We played in front of a hostile and aggressive crowd. And in the Champions League, you have to get always used to playing away matches, particularly when you know this type of competition and where a lot of the strong teams are. And then, of course, what helps them in a lot of their games is the crowd. But as I said even earlier, we are happy to be here. We want to stay in this competition for longer. That means we have to play every game and try to win. But at the same time, we want to enjoy this moment and try to always give it our best and create long-lasting memories. So that comes with performing in front of an energetic and very intimidating crowd. But I can assure you that we will enjoy it because that's the energy that it gives to our team, and we'll try our best to put in a very, very good performance, because without that we know we don't have a chance to win the football match on Saturday.
Thank you.
Nasir from Campus.
Yeah.
Hello coach, welcome to Morocco.
Thank you.
Sundowns is the best club this season in Champions League. You scored 5 goals against Ali. You play very well, and now you are playing against Wydad, who changed 3 times the coach. How do you feel and how do you manage this news that you're favorite of the best club in Africa this season?
I'm very sober. I'm very sober in understanding that what we have done has not allowed for us to win anything. You look at the history of the Champions League, for an example, and you know clearly that 35 times this trophy has been won by a North African side. You look at the teams that are remaining in the last 4, and you see for yourself how many trophies Al Ahly have won the Champions League, how many times they've won the Champions League, how many times Esperance have won the Champions League, how many times Wydad have won the Champions League, more times than Mamelodi Sundowns. You look directly at our opponent and you understand that this is their 5th consecutive semi-final performance or appearance. Whereas, you know, this is our first time in a very, very long time that again we appear in the semi-finals. So, very, very clear that when you look at everything, we don't have the pressure. We just have to continue to enjoy what we are doing, because when the Champions League started, the notion was Sundowns always plays good football, and Sundowns always does very, very well in the group stages, but only to crash out in the quarterfinals. We've gone and done one better this season, and that makes us extremely, extremely proud of the effort that the players have put, the effort that the technical team has put and the club in its entirety has put to get us this far. But it means nothing if we do not continue with the performances and show good integrity and credibility for the club, because it is an important competition for our football club, and we have to continue to keep things in perspective.
Yes, Madam.
Hello, Coach.
Hello.
I'm from Sport. Coach, I read yesterday one of your statements that you say we should enjoy this opportunity because it comes once in life. Do you mean by this statement, or do you admit the difficulty of Wydad and his ability to eliminate you from this competition? Thank you.
Yeah, good team, very good team, great history in this competition. If you appear in the last 8 editions of the Champions League, Wydad have been in the semi-final 7 times. And so you understand what as a club they have with the experience of this competition, and nobody can fight the facts. But we are here as a football club, and you've seen with our performances, brave, strong, a huge amount of self-belief and confidence in how we play against any opponent. And so we have to just continue with that, continue with the preparation that is attentive to details, continue with giving the players as much information as we can, because proper preparation, as I always say, eliminates poor performances. And then try to give the players the freedom to express themselves, to enjoy the game, but also to play to win, because in the big clubs, winning isn't enough. You've got to win playing a certain way, and playing a certain way is not enough without winning. So the pressure is always on us to do that and to continue to do that. But certainly the pressure is not on fighting the historical attachment that clubs like Wydad, Al Ahly, Esperance, for an example, have with regards to the Champions League.
كل شيء كيعرف بانك دوزتي واحد الفتره صعيبه في الرجاء، تعرضتي لواحد الدور كبير، الكل كيعرف المستوى ديالك الكبير. الحمد لله من بعد هذيك التجربه كنقدروا نقولوا فاشله بسبب الناس سامحها الله. كيفاش قدرتي تتأقلم بسرعه مع هذه الاجواء؟ كما كتعرف الاجواء الافريقيه محضره في جنوب الصحراء، سورتو في فريق كبير كماضي داونز. وانا متاكد بان غتكون عندك كلمه كبيره في المقابلات، سورتو انت كتعرف الاجواء، كتعرف فريق الوداد بطل افريقيا. اكيد بان المدرب غيستعمل بك بزاف ديال التجربه باش تقدر تعاون معاه باش يخرج بنتيجه ايجابيه للضغط، وسورتو في مقابلات العوده اللي تكون صعيبه بزاف جنوب افريقيا.
نترجم السؤال. Translation of the question is for the player, that we all know that he had a big hard time back in Raja Casablanca. Then he traveled and started playing for new opportunity like in his career, and with a big club like in Africa. How is he adapting to all these changes, knowing that tomorrow he will play a big, important, for sure, role, based on the fact that he knows the team, he knows the stadium, knows the fans. So for sure you're relying on him big time to bring something to this match, or you will. So that's what.
Yeah, good question.
فوالا كما كيعرف الجميع وكما شاف الجميع، ما خديتش الفرصه ديالي في فريق الرجاء. فيمكن انا ما غاديش نقول كنت مظلوم ولا شي حاجه، يمكن هما عندهم الحق ولا المهم هما كيشوفوا الشوفه ديالهم كمدرب كرئيس، هما عندهم الشوفه ديالهم كنحترمهم. فوالا ما غاديش نقدر نقول لهم شي حاجه زعما خايبه في مورا هادشي اللي وقع. فالحمد لله كلشي كيعرف عبد المنعم بوطوي، كيعرف المستوى ديالو. فوالا انا مشيت لجنوب افريقيا، زعما فرق في المستوى ما كيخليك زعما تكون بعيد على الاجواء ديالو. ديما كل مره كيقرب شي واحد كيدخلك الجروب. كل مره كنهضر مع المدرب تقريبا كل سيمانه، يومين في السيمانه كنهضر معاه في الواتساب اي حاجه. بعض المرات مؤخرا كنت كنهضر معاه تقريبا يوميا، حتى غادي ننافس واحد الفريق اللي من البلد ديالي. وعرف عليه بزاف د الحوايج، لا بالنسبه للجمهور لا بالنسبه للاجواء اللي غادي تكون في الملعب. المهم حنا درسنا بزاف د الحوايج، كنعطيه معلومات ولكن كيبقى القرار ديالو. انا كنعطيه المعلومات وداك الشيء اللي يقدروا يعاونوا، ولكن كيبقى القرار ديالو. حنا كنتبعوا التعليمات ديالو، وان شاء الله حنا جينا هنا باش نربحوا الماتش، ماشي باش نديو واحد التعادل ولا نخسر. فوالا.
So the player is feeling very much supported, very much welcomed in the club, that he's receiving all the support he needs to adapt, to integrate the club, and that he's in touch with you personally at least twice a week and in communication, and he's very happy and enjoying his experience with such a big club as Mamelodi Sundowns. I think, okay, there, and you will wrap up the press conference. Go ahead.
السلام عليكم، أنا حمزة من الصحفية. آخر 5 ديمارشات كنا كنصاوبوا الكوتش، آخر 5 ديمارشات بين ماميلودي والوداد كانوا جوج ديال الفيكتوار الأولى وجوج تعادلات. آخر ماتش ماميلودي صندوقز الكل 1-0 خاصنا الكوتش في جنوب. واش نقدروا نقولوا بلي هذا الماتش غيكون ديال اليوم متأكد أن الوداد يخسر ضد صندوقز ولا يعني يقدروا يرجعوا يكرسوا الهيمنة ديال الأخلاق الإقتصادية، سيرتو أن الفريق
So many technicalities in this question about the fact that last 5 matches played between Sundowns and Wydad, there was like 2 wins for Wydad, 2 draws, and then the very last match Sundowns won 1-0 in group stage. So this match or tomorrow's match will be the continuity of this, like to prove that Wydad has no now supremacy over Mamelodi Sundowns, and that Sundowns is not concerned anymore by or like threatened by Wydad on the field.
Yeah, good question. No, we can't base any of our performances on history. History is there to be written and to be told for folklore, as they say. But the reality is we've got to be in the present. We've got to play the match and not the occasion tomorrow, and we will do our best to give a strong performance and to win the football match, because that's what we are here to try to do.
The very last question, Madam.
سؤالي دائما نحن نعيب طويل، لا كيسيون غادي تكون اكثر سونتيمونتال. كنعرفوا ان فريق الوداد عزيز الطاقم التقني ديالو بالمدرب محمد امين بن هاشم، كنعرفوا لا ريلاسيون اللي كتجمعك مع امين، مشيت شفناه في الانترفيو اللي داز معنا في انفو سبور. شنو تقدر تقول لي شنو الاشياء زعما اللي دازت بيناتكم في الكواليس قبل هذه المقابله؟
So she's written on the emotional side, like sentimental. That Wydad just hired a new member with the technical staff, which is a Moroccan coach named Amin Ben Hashim, that has or entertained a special relation with the player. You're not aware of that,
no.
Maybe. So we leave him to the answer.
فوالا. محمد امين بن هاشم مدرب اللي محترم كبير، دوزت مع واحد الوقيته اللي نقدروا نقولوا زوينه في الاول ومورا كانت خايبه، فالعلاقه ديالي بقات مع جيده، بقينا على اتصال زعما واخا ما بقاش معنا في الفريق بقيت معاه ديما على اتصال، زعما كنستافد منه. كان بعض المرات كنكون محتاج شي حاجه كنصوني ليه كيعاونني بزاف د الحوايج. فصراحه ما بالنسبه لهاد المقابله فانا ما تكلمتش معاه نهائيا على حتى شي ديطاي زعما على ود المقابله ديال غدا. يمكن دابا شي 15 يوم ما هضرت معاه قبل ما يتعين راه هو المساعد المدرب ديال الفريق الوداد. وان شاء الله غدا نقدموا واحد المستوى كبير في الملعب، يكون واحد العرس كروي اللي رياضي بعيدا على جميع المشاكل الكرويه، وان شاء الله نقدموا كره جيده في المستوى ان شاء الله.
So he's no cheating, fully committed. He's not in touch with him. Even before he was a And just a reminder about official training for Mamelodi Sundowns is tonight at 8 at the complex Mohammed V. 15 minutes are open for media, and we thank you, coach, and wish you best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
and best of
شكرا.
luck.
شكرا. Thank you.
للمزيد من المعلومات ما تنسوش تابونا وتفعلوا الجرس باش يوصلكم جديد لو سيت تيفي.
هذا البرنامج قدم لكم من طرف كوتي سبور. كوتي سبور منتوجة المغربية للألعاب والرياضة. MDGS نربحوا الرياضة.